Good morning, Ken. Pat here. Wanted to give you an update on where things are so that I have a kind of a clear indication of what we want to do moving forward. Really been spending a little more time than I had hoped on these menus because there's some issues that needed to be worked out. Specifically, I think we're pretty much done here. The problem is it's going to be tough to get a full width on this because this is taking on the full width of its container, and if I take it to the left, if we have a smaller size, it's going off to the left. So let's kind of maybe talk about that. But it's going full width to the right, and it's basically starting where this menu starts on the left. I can certainly make these bigger. That's no big deal. The other thing is, if we go into this, let me go into the navigation. So this main menu navigation here, I understand why this was put together. It was put together for the purposes of the mega menu, but for this new mega menu, what I need is for these to be actually 4 separate navigation items because I'm dropping them into this individually. So I can do it, or if you want to have somebody else do it that can work a little quicker or cheaper, that's great. But essentially what I need is a menu for each of these 4 things, so that I can drop those into this. So let me know if you want me to do that or if you want to have somebody else do that. Once we do that, it's just a matter of, these are all fine here. These are working, no big deal. We've got our pop-up for the quick builder tools here. I'll get this fixed so that there's a rollover here. This I've changed the sort of the look a little bit to have that same arrow pointing down, and I'll probably go ahead and do a little bit more with obviously the rollover stuff here so that it matches this rollover. Now here's where I have questions. So I think we're pretty much resolved on this issue of it breaking as we get smaller, but there's a small section here where Help Center and About Us disappears before About Us shows up. So the couple questions I have with regard to some of these menus is, number one, first of all, I had to go in and fix this because when this rolled over, when you went to actually touch it, it went away immediately. So there was a little bit of R&D there to get that fixed. So assuming you want the About Us to pop up the very instant that those two go away, so that you've got this full drop down menu here, the question that I have is, when do you want this to go away and where? So when we go to a let's say an iPad portrait, let's see, let me get this out to iPad portrait version. If we go to a landscape, we've got our normal navigation here. But if we go to portrait, this is what would be on mobile. And if we go to mobile, there's really nothing yet. So the question is, on mobile, is what do you want to have? Do you want to have a mobile version of this entire mega menu, or do you want to strictly have the About Us, or do you want to have something else? I think there was a mobile menu in there before. I'm not quite sure why it's not showing up. I'll have to go uncover that. But what do you want to happen with this mega menu once you hit mobile? Mobile version of it, or nothing, and just this About Us thing, or So let me know on that so I can get that all rolling, and then I'll get all of this menu stuff worked out, and then we can take it from there. So I'm heading out to breakfast in a little bit. I'll be back around 10:30 and in for the rest of the day.